Happy Friday night. Breanna and I just wrapped up another Sports OT show. Here we are with the online wrap. Kind of another fun night. Beautiful weather again.
Yes, absolutely perfect weather. No humidity, no rain, no cold. Can't complain.
All right, so the biggest game of the year for North and Memorial. It's the Crosstown Showdown. You got a front row seat.
Yeah.
And it's a North Side Pride night, I guess, for the second year in a row. The Huskies win. Tell me about the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, always rival games, high energy coming in. You know, both squads. We had cute little AJ helping out with the coin toss today, and then both dance teams. You know, I actually saw your wife on the sideline helping coach today, so that was awesome. But yeah, Huskies just came out really, really strong. You have Zach Shipman who ran that touchdown, and you know he also got an interception there, and things were just going Huskies' way the whole first quarter. They were coming in strong, and here's just absolutely no break for Memorial. They blocked a punt return and were able to score another touchdown, and Huskies were up 21-0 after the first quarter. He had a great catch there, but that was really the only momentum that Memorial had today. And Shipman having himself a night. He scored 3 touchdowns plus that interception, and you know it's really kind of a dangerous thing when you have a quarterback who can run the ball and not afraid to really get in there. That's a huge perk for Huskies, and it'd be a great thing if they can kind of keep his momentum moving forward the rest of the season. You know, talking to McGinnis after, he was just really, really proud of the boys to pull off, you know, their second win of the season plus second rival win against Memorial, and he's just hoping that this can really progress their momentum moving forward and help build their program for years to come.
Well, I'm going to look at the conference standings here, and, you know, so North and Memorial obviously switched to that Wisconsin Valley. And you look at the conference here. Just give me a second. I'm trying to see who won tonight. I think there's a path for North to make the playoffs. You know, 2 wins. You still have Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln, who has not won a game. And you have Marshfield, which is 1-4. And the only win is against Memorial.
Yeah.
And so if you're the Huskies, you're sitting at 2 wins in conference, and if you can beat Marshfield and Rapids, and I'm not saying that they're going to just run all over them, walk all over them, but if they go out and play good football, I think they can beat those other 2 schools at least, and that's 4 wins, and the Huskies are going to be playoff eligible. Yeah,
their confidence is definitely up right now with those 2 big wins back-to-back. I mean, that definitely helps the momentum moving forward for the team. And
yeah, and I know they probably, well, it's not a secret. I mean, they didn't play the football they wanted to earlier in the season. You know, they had the lead against Menominee, and that went away in the second half. And so yeah, it's a good win. Good win for North. You can see maybe the momentum is building here. For Memorial, you know, they continue to give up too many points. And were there a lot of penalties tonight?
Not too many penalties. Okay. I think that it was just the first quarter really got to them. You know, when you're down that much, it's really hard to make a comeback. And talking with Westcott afterwards, he really pointed that out. He's like, you know, we can't make those mistakes the first quarter, because how do you recover from that? It's difficult for any team to recover from that. So, yeah. And
that offense has shown the ability to go down the field and score. You know, they run that fast tempo, and the defense, you can see it at times. It works brilliantly. But they just can't sustain it, and that was the case again tonight. You know,
they got to clean up the turnovers and some other things to work on.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the North special teams blocking the punt for the touchdown. I mean, those are huge plays that can win or lose games, you know, in conference play. So the Abes are 0-5, the Huskies are 2-3, and you know, like I just said, I think North has a path to the playoffs if they can beat Marshfield and Rapids. So we'll have to see here what happens the next 4 weeks. Yeah. Elsewhere in conference tonight, you know, Spash lost to Hudson. DC Everest picked up another win tonight. So Everest at the top, then Spash, Wausau West, then North. So North sitting 4th in the conference standings. I want to talk about the big rivers just because, you know, we have the crossover now, and the big game tonight was Chippewa Falls and Rice Lake. And Rice Lake wins it 47-30 over Chi High. So the Warriors are the #1 ranked team in Division II, and they are looking like it. They won it back in the Big Rivers, and they are just beating everybody. They've beaten Menominee, They've beaten Chippewa Falls. Next week they get New Richmond. And I don't have a New Richmond final score yet tonight against River Falls, but we'll have it on our website as soon as we can. But Rice Lake looks legit. We'll see. I mean, New Richmond looks pretty good too, but you saw them a couple weeks ago against Chi High. But that's going to be, I mean, every week has been really entertaining in the Big Rivers. But Rice Lake looks like the real deal.
Reigning state champs, I'm sure they're just hungry to get back there. And
For sure. Okay, I want to go to, Boyceville next. Dunn St. Croix starting to look like a two-team race. We've got Spring Valley and we have Boyceville. And Boyceville went to Glenwood City tonight, 4-0 against 3-1, and it was all Boyceville tonight. Thanks to Chris Hoyt for making the trip out to Hilltopper Country. And Boyceville, Coach Michael Romehild earning Packers Coach of the Week.
That's awesome.
For high school, and that comes with a $1,000 donation to the football program, and obviously a lot of statewide recognition. And so, Boyceville's got it going, right? I mean, they had a great team last year, great season, and the Bulldogs are undefeated again this year. It looked like Glenwood City was going to score, but that was called back by a penalty.
Oh, man.
And unfortunately, Glenwood City unable to score tonight. But Boyceville just ground and pound. 36-0 the final tonight. So Boyceville staying on top of the Dunn St. Croix with Spring Valley. Okay, we had two fantastic games in the Dairyland. Eleva Strum went to Whitehall tonight and won in overtime, and that gives Eleva Strum a path to the playoffs. I believe if they win next week already, they could be a playoff team, which is huge for that Cardinals program that's been trying to build things back up. So shout out to Eleva Strum for getting it done on the road in overtime. And then we had Blair Taylor and Pepin Alma, and these teams both undefeated coming in to conference play. And this game came down to the final minute. Eagles were down 34-30. They get that touchdown pass, Mason Westberg, 44 seconds left, and so the Eagles go up. Blair Taylor has one last chance for the heave here. No good. Pass deflected. Pepin Alma survives 38-34.
Wow.
And the Eagles they're undefeated, but they've had a couple real nail-biters.
Yeah.
The Elmwood Plum City game, week 1, was also really entertaining down to the last couple seconds, too. So maybe a home field advantage out there.
That would be nice
Pepin.
for them, yeah.
Yeah, it's paying off. So that was really cool. And then the last thing I want to point out tonight, this was an incredible play. Check this out. This is Elk Mound. And Cameron Deermeyer is going to catch this ball right around midfield. There are 3 white jerseys with a chance to get him. Look at this.
Just keeps going.
He just keeps going.
Wow.
93-yard touchdown play.
That had to feel
for
good.
Cameron Deermeyer. What a play. I mean, this is the most impressive part, I think. It's just running through these tackles, and he just would not be denied. 93-yard touchdown. Elk Mound beat Durand, Arkansas tonight 32-8. Wow, what a play.
Crazy. You don't see that often.
That might be play of the year right there. I don't know if we're going to top that, but incredible. I'm just looking at my score sheet tonight, and there's a few things we want to point out here. Mondovi had that tough loss against Stanley Boyd last week. They bounced back. They beat Neilsville-Granton tonight. CFC won again in Dairyland play, so that Dairyland's race is kind of heating up here. Still waiting on a couple scores from the Heart of North, Dunn St. Croix, Middle Border. Amory beat Altoona 21-16. We'll have highlights on our website shortly from that game. Baldwin-Woodville beat Ellsworth tonight. Ellsworth was off to a great start. BW is a good team too. So that Middle Border was so competitive last year. I mean, so many teams made the playoffs. It looks like we're going to have the same type of scenario where most of that league's going to make the playoffs. 8-player. I spent some time in Chippewa Falls. McDonald Central beat Gilman in a battle of ranked teams, top 10. I mean, basically this whole conference is ranked in 8-player. So McDonald Central beats Gilman 22-14. Owen Withy beat Thorpe tonight 59-0. They went into Thorpe.
Wow.
Owen Withy beat McDonald Central last week, beat Thorpe tonight. Thorpe was ranked 4th. Owen Withy's ranked number 1. So right now, so I know it's early in the season, right? You're saying, oh, it's only 4 weeks in. But there are so few teams that make the playoffs in 8-player that these conference games matter. You know, if McDonald were to lose tonight to Gilman, they might they might not get in the playoffs,
Yep.
if you have 2 losses. So these are almost playoff games 5 weeks into the season. We still have 4 weeks left, right?
Sure, yeah.
So Owen Withy looks like the team to beat right now in 8-player. And then it's going to be a battle. I mean, Thorpe loses. McDonald has a loss. These teams still have to play each other. So we've got 4 grueling weeks to go here. All these teams are beating up on each other, and we'll see how many make the playoffs. Usually it's 3 to 5 from the area that make it in the 16-player bracket, but 16-team bracket, excuse me. But just want to point that out, that McDonald with a hard-fought win tonight, and Owen Withy getting it done against Thorpe. Chippewa Steel won their home opener tonight. We'll, of course, have more hockey highlights as we go. It was kind of nice to be in the hockey rink tonight. It wasn't chilly. It was just like a really nice temperature. So, any final thoughts here?
No, I don't think so. Another great night of Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, 5 weeks down, 4 to go in the regular
Crazy.
season. We'll be telling you about those playoff brackets before you know it. A month away already. So,
It's nuts.
yeah, we'll be back here, same time, same place next Friday night. For Breanna, I'm Nick. Have a great weekend, everybody.